Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian.
And I'm Joey.
Welcome to episode 107 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Come on along, everybody. Spend the next hour or so on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch as well. Talking with us about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, bike camping. As Joey wants to talk about how to record a podcast or just playing bikes.
Can we redo our intro?
I redo it every once in a
Be
while.
like, hey, you cool cats and kittens.
You want me to redo it again?
No, just
it
kidding.
has been a while.
No, I was joking. I just thought, hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
I could do that. Okay, just
hey,
for
all
you.
you cool gravel riders and
I'm going to
dirty
do that.
kittens.
I'm going to do that just for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that just for you.
Do the whole dirty kitten.
Tonight we're going to talk about gravel bike dropper posts. You prepared for that, Joey?
I can drop some knowledge.
Okay. I hope you can. I don't feel like it's
I told you, I don't know. I'm not huge into dropper posts, but I know enough to get people yelling at us. So.
Well, we're going to talk about that. Where it's appropriate, where it's not, and get into all that. We're also going to talk a little bit about bike to vehicle communications technology, which is going to be an important thing in the future with autonomous vehicles.
Like a bike rack?
No. So that's like...
You mean like my lane assist pulling me back into the...
Exactly.
hitting somebody?
But it's like your lane assist on your Subaru is telling you, hey, dum-dum, watch out, there's a bike. There's a guy on a bike right ahead of you. There's a girl on a bike right ahead of you. You need to watch out for them.
Huh.
So some sort of communications. There's a lot of actually going.
Did
stuff
you
going
see?
on
Did you see the Tesla in the cemetery? I'll talk about that later.
No, I did not see. When we get to the section on that, yeah, we can talk about that. I need to get some windows lined up here so I can actually see what's. No, just so I can see what's going on.
Hey, Josh, look at this.
So I can keep caught up with what's going on. I'm just trying to get all of the things here done.
It was delicious.
Okay. Thank you, Dustin. Impressive audio on Facebook and YouTube. Really synced perfectly. Good. Good. I'm actually able to kind of look at the live stream. I'm actually going to be able to monitor things. I'm not going to be able to chat. Joey, you're going to be our vehicle for chatting. So that's on you tonight, and maybe on you in the future. But I can actually now see it, and I can kind of at least kind of follow along with it. So. What are we drinking tonight, Joey?
I'm having a virgin whiskey sour.
No, you're not either.
Well, that would just be crazy.
A virgin whiskey sour. I missed the virgin part.
I have a seltzer. I came home with a bad headache, and I'm exhausted. I feel like if I had my normal drink tonight, I'd just be
out of it.
I'd be trashed, but I would also not feel well tomorrow.
We got a really good show tonight.
I'm training too.
Yeah.
Despite the huge dinner I just ate, like a whole order of General Tso's, I've been training.
I think it was good Chinese tonight.
That was
what we were supposed to do last week.
Yeah. And the week before.
So that everybody knows, I mean, last week we did the crazy, stupid Zoom thing because I had been on a plane and needed to get a COVID test. But I am COVID free. I got my test results back yesterday. Totally negative. All good to go.
I know we didn't get to hang out the last 2 Mondays. I went fishing alone. I went riding. I rode markets yesterday, but
that's okay.
Oh, I'm going fishing again Monday. Snow or snow.
Oh, you really?
I got Subaru now. And
it doesn't matter.
You got Tacoma. We can basically go anywhere.
I could carry your Subaru in my. No, I couldn't.
I don't know about that. That Subaru is huge.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Any clue?
Probably. I don't know. I am rediscovering a lot of creeks I forgot about.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Oh, we could just do our fishing podcast right here.
No, we talked about so everybody. we were joking tonight about actually starting the bike podcast and doing the fishing podcast and doing the exact opposite of everything.
It would be cool to do a little bike fly fish setup thing on the gunpowder soon.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that. We've talked about that so many times.
I'm riding my bike now, so I'm itchy.
Yeah. Hey, Sue's here. Sweet Sue. Look at that. Hi, Sue. Good to see you. So you want me to do my catch up first?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a really big week on the bike last week.
Yeah, you did.
I did 312 miles on the bike last week, including another trainer-based Imperial Century. It was a big week. It was a big week, and it felt good. I wanted to get my 300-mile week for my club badge, which you hate, Joey. I know you're not a fan of the whole club badge.
I got on yesterday. I mean, props to the people in the club, but dang, this is badge. Even
Sunday,
Strava now.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Sunday is obviously badge day because that's when everybody gets.
I'm just going to get on like on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's because when everybody is earning their badges during the course of the week and they're tallying up miles for the week, and it's all happening. It appears like it's all happening on Sunday. So that should be a day where Grumpy Joey, you should avoid being on Bookbase or Strava. I think it would be wise for you. I think you could go to MeWe.
You said to me that. I know what you were saying.
I'm just kidding. I did actually land in the top 5 in the GTD. Actually, I came in at number 5 in the GTD Strava Club, which, in my opinion, with the miles that
you were in top 5,
I was number 5 that people put into our Strava Club. The number of miles that people put into the GTD Strava Club, ridiculous, huge numbers. And for me to come in 5th, I'm very proud of myself. Very, very proud of myself. But I'm feeling really strong right now.
You look great
because
all the Chinese food you just ate.
That's okay. I'll work it off in the morning. It'll be fine. I feel really good. I've been on the bike every day. I think I've crossed 700 miles for the year already.
Dang.
Yeah, like 730 or 740 or something like that right now. So I'm feeling good, feeling strong. Yeah. Dirty Kitten continues, and Alex was going to put out something. They were doing a thingaroo with sprints tonight.
Sprints
on Zwift. The Dirty Kitten folks were doing
that's the one thing I specialize in.
So that's going on now. And she said that she was going to throw out that anybody who was doing that should watch us on the live stream. So anybody that
bonus points,
anybody in Dirty Kitten land that's out there on the trainer right now, ride on, get on with it, get down with it. So, I had the group ride they do on Monday night. So Dirty Kitten, for folks that don't know, we've talked about it the last couple of weeks. Dirty Kitten Winter Training Series. Alex and Chris Howell of Dirty Kitten Gravel put together this really kind of cool combination of competitive challenges as well as participation challenges. It's all about miles. It's all about time on bike. It's distance. It's elevation. Really, really cool. And they've got teams, so you can join as a part of a team. Joey's on a team by himself. That's okay. That happens. But last night was her Monday night Zwift ride, where it's like the big group of the week kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was doing really well. I felt really strong on the bike, out front group, front of the pack, riding strong. Sensors drop, right? And I literally found myself like 2.5 minutes behind the group when my sensors came back. And it was the jungle circuit, the serpentine route on the jungle circuit, which is mountain bike land. You actually want to ride the Zwift mountain bike to actually get the most efficient. So I'm 2.5 minutes behind. I see a little group in front of me on my map. I can see the big group way up in the front. I catch up to this little group. And who's in this little group? Mr. Thunderbear himself.
Oh, man.
Is in this little
privilege.
Yeah, it was in this little back group. So I was like, I'm not staying with this little back group. I took off. I worked my butt off, and I bridged that 2.5 minutes. You left
Father Dave?
No, I dragged him along.
Oh.
I think. I kept watching. He was kind of behind me. I kept waiting for him to come up and take a turn. And I talked to him later via text. He's like,
that might be like the only reason I do any group rides.
It was really fun. Huh. And so at the same time, because we're on a Discord channel with the team, so like there's 10 of us on the team, and whoever was on that ride was on the Discord channel. We were all talking to each other, and I was like, oh my God, I'm this far back. And they were giving me updates on time, and I was telling them how to do it. It was really, oddly enough, it was a lot of fun, really busting the hump.
You lost me after. On the fun part with the Discord and all these people, and
it was just you're because you're talking to people, you're engaging with people, you're interacting with people, you're talking with people. And I saw here, hey, Sean stopped by to say hi. Oh, hey, Sean, I saw you dropped a new YouTube video today, buddy. I haven't had a chance to dig in too deep. I was watching it in the truck before Joey came.
Sal's here.
But so it really literally, it was a lot of fun to play catch up. And Sean, if you're still here, Sean's wife Amy was on one of our group rides.
Dude, Sean won Chris's President of the Year because that Wahoo came in like the day before, like 23rd.
Well, the other day she was on one of the club group rides on Zwift, and she found herself like 3 minutes back, and she bridged that gap in that Zwift group ride, and it was crazy ridiculous. So she kind of did the same thing. So now it's called pulling an Amy when you're way back and you get gapped and then you come back.
I did mute that Facebook group.
Did you really?
I muted it. I didn't unfollow it.
Okay.
It's just sometimes I don't know.
There's a lot. Well, that's been a big part of the fun. The team under the Dirty Kitten thing. We got a little Facebook group. We got a Discord
I'm not trying
channel.
to be rude about it. Just,
No, I know. It's just not your thing, and that's okay. That's okay.
I'm just bad at keeping up.
Yeah,
I'll just
okay.
shoot you a message and be like, oh.
Well, random. You ought to come in randomly and just put some sort of strange animated GIF in there or something. That would be a lot of.
Dean will probably kick me.
Hoof you in the front butt.
Yeah. Can you say that on here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I just did. So.
Oh, you did. I didn't. What up, Justin?
Anyway, so I'm excited. It seems like there's a lot of people here from Facebook. There's a lot of people in YouTube.
We're hitting all the markets.
I feel like my experiment in the land of streaming is working, Joey. Let's hope I didn't just jinx it, but I really feel like it's working.
No, jinxed it.
What you been up to, brother?
I've been riding my bike. I did take an off day last week. I'm taking an off day today. I said, I don't know. I don't have the Rona. I just feel,
Yeah.
I rode outside.
Better not run.
I have my immunity.
But you got the vaccine. That's right.
Yeah, but I'm also still just as cautious.
You have to be. Yeah, you have to be because it doesn't make it so that you don't get it. It just would be less.
Yeah. No, I'm just exhausted.
Man.
I rode outside the last 2 days.
Nice.
And I Zwifted all last week. After trying to do 2 hours in my booty, last Sunday, I decided I wanted to try to get 2 hours outside instead of Zwifting for a couple hours. Yeah. I don't mind an hour. 2 seems fun, but I need to work my way back up to it.
2 on Zwift, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's a lot of Cobra Kai, but I'm basically done with that, so I'll find something else.
It's like that. You've talked about that forever, and that season is not even. It's not even 1 season out, is it?
There's 3.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, good grief!
I
thought it was new.
No, Marcus got cleared. Marcus had some neck surgery, and got cleared, and went over and rode with him.
Okay.
And Miss Shannon, his wife, and Jess in the Northlands. We were careful. Actually, I'm the one everyone has to worry about. All those people are like, work from home. I'm the problem.
Yeah.
But no, it was nice. We did the Piney Point Loop. We did like 25 miles. It was like the party pace, just fun. And did some saddle stuff with Shannon. And Marcus realized he wanted to try his other Brook saddle. So we made a deal to came and grab the saddle Monday, and then we would try it out and ride. Yeah. I here yesterday, so we rode flat on Sunday, hills on Monday. Mm-hmm. I didn't have any cool Zwift stories.
It's okay. You had the scratch story you were telling me about earlier.
Oh yeah. So Jessica decided to she's watching now. Long story short, that she a whole bottle of water full of scratch. Just the scratch just hits it a little bit better with the stickiness, but spilled all over his shoe like 20 minutes before a ride. Oh. We got it somewhat dry between holding out the window doing 50 and then blasting the heat on the feet the whole way, which was hot, to Marcus's house.
Yep.
And no, Jessica, I'm not sick. I just have a headache. I took like 1,200 milligrams ibuprofen.
Little live stream reference there. Just jumping in.
Yeah. So she toughed it up. And then wore a couple pair of socks, and feet never felt wet.
It's because she's badass. Yeah. Told her that when you
She also kept leaving us on the ride. Yeah. She rode her Diverge for the first time in like a year.
It wasn't even the single speed. It wasn't even the Storm chase.
No, she was like, "Oh, I'm riding. I want to ride the Diverge because my legs are tired. She's been running a lot."
How'd she do with the shifting of the gears?
I guess fine. I asked her once, and that was it.
Good.
She rode it both days.
Nice.
So no, that was wet foot. It was a fun ride. Sal, I don't know. I haven't been up to Jersey.
What are you talking about?
Sal asked when we were riding a lair. That's like my favorite trail to ride now.
Do us a checkup in the live stream there.
Sal's here. Frankie, Flirtatious Frankie.
We haven't heard that Frankie. In a while.
Yeah. Matt, the DK competition is fierce. Should have trained before joining this train.
I was talking to him the other night.
Exactly. Yep. Ron's here. Howdy, Ron.
What's up, sir?
I don't know. I feel like we shop wise, we still have everyone hunting bikes. We got some Diverges in.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because even the $1,100 worth of Diverges and I'll start are coming with Pathfinders now. But I've had a couple of the same exact bike, different size or ship window, come with the slick 35 all sport road sports, and then the next batch of those same bikes, Pathfinders, same. Everything is the same.
That's a straight up manufacturing thing where they just got
like
stuff.
there's just a weird switch. So it puts me in a pickle where if I run out of one and they want the other, if I don't have it because inventory's low.
Yeah.
So Ron's getting the new Roubaix.
Job,
I put
Ron.
it aside from today. I double checked it, trued the wheels, checked everything today, and put it back on the rack.
Nice.
So he's got a road steed and a gravel steed.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking this Sunday, the weather's looking iffy.
What are you talking about doing?
I either want to do an asphalt like 40, 50 or go somewhere like
I'm down.
wherever we want, where we just want to go.
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah. So I do still have we're going to go on a year where I've had your 4 bikes there. So I should just give Brian some money.
It has been, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was in the snow.
But it's been taken care of.
Well, yeah, I know.
I did leave it in there right there for like 3 weeks. It was May that me and Jess went out and did that big gravel ride in the plains of Virginia.
Yeah.
Like real grav.
Why don't we do that?
I'm not there yet.
How about like Canal?
I'm up for Canal or Dahlgren or anything.
Dahlgren.
I really want to go Dahlgren for some reason.
It could be.
If we do 30 miles, we do 20 miles.
Okay.
Sheets.
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
So. Especially since we'd be taking the Subaru Adventure Mobile.
Well,
or maybe not.
Not the new one. I did order.
Well, you have 2 Subaru Adventure Mobiles.
We do.
So we'll take one of the other.
But the Crosscheck has a bike rack.
Okay.
Also, this goes against all our this or that's, but I told you I ordered it today. I ordered a Thule roof, just one, not a double.
It's good. Roof rack.
I need it for like going back and forth to work.
You didn't actually say the words. You just said Thule
rooftop carrier.
You brought a roof rack. The 1990s are calling, Joey.
Yeah. They're not expensive compared to a trunk rack at all.
I know that's
which is nice. Well, between the shortage of hitches, bike racks, everything, there was actually only like 5 in stock, and there was a small window to buy them. Yeah.
When
I was ready to order, there was one. I got the last one.
Yeah.
So, just like I told you today, I had to take my bike to work, move stuff around.
Yeah.
Even if me and Jess wanted to go, and I don't have a second one yet, we could put one bike in the back. It's huge. Like when they say the seats lay down, like that is totally a glamped car.
It's like the Prius.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Prius camping in a while.
No, it's because I haven't been driving.
The amount of
taco
granola people on YouTube that convert these damn Outbacks to sleepers,
to little campers.
Holy cow!
Yeah, they do it with the Prius.
You need to figure out anything. Go on YouTube for that. I was like, geez.
I actually have I've told you this before. I have a little mattress that folds out that actually covers the whole back of the.
Oh man, Sorry.
It's okay.
I saw a really cool air mat, like a super duper lightweight bikepacking air mattress today. It was hollow, like it was like honeycombed.
Oh, so there was like sections of it, like a saddle that's open in the middle.
Yeah, it looked like it was wet. Like it was 72 inches.
Huh.
But it like was in different circles.
Interesting.
So it's probably really lightweight.
Yeah.
Also, probably I don't know how if it supports you right.
It can't be that thick though.
I need to find it. I might have saw it. Did you see the new Wahoo video this week? I posted on our shop page. So Wahoo's been doing a really good job. I'm also a huge Wahoo fan of everybody. On their videos lately, and they did the one with Lael Wilcox, her wife now, her girlfriend. Who's the other guy? And then Eric Nolan, like Mr. like Sequoia AWOL designer, like the super duper rando guy from Specialized.
Yeah.
I have a huge crush on him.
He's like, I got a man crush.
I have like built my bikes after this guy and wanted different things because this guy.
Got it.
And they did this. I forget what route they did. This is embarrassing because I watched it like 3 times. It was a route where they had to. They bike pack their bikes. They put their bikes on their backpacks for like 30 kilometers through like a natural park or something.
Yeah, a lot of natural parks you have to do that.
Because
like Grand Canyon,
you can't.
Yeah, Grand Canyon.
There was just one in wherever they were at. Yeah, it was like 30 kilometers. It looked awesome. And the fourth guy they were with, he's a total badass. It's a really good bikepacking gravel-ish type of 20-minute video. Wahoo killed it.
Nice.
So I think that's my rant. I could keep going because all the stuff keeps popping up and I don't write down my notes. Yeah, Colin Strickland was awesome. They did. Who's that girl from Durango? Anyway, the Wahoo page is great for videos now.
Really?
Sarah Sturm.
Okay.
I don't know. Wahoo's killing it.
We should put a link to that in the show notes. Send me the links.
I just realized I think they have everything Wahoo's come out with.
One thing I forgot to talk about. I joined. I'm not still exactly sure what it is. Gravelstoke. Gravelstoke is a website. It's got a whole bunch of stuff. They have what they call a development team. And I don't know if Dustin is still here, but I saw Dustin say, I'm on the development team for Gravelstoke. And I was like, what is that? So I checked it out and I sent in, and it's a straight up like pyramid ambassador kind of thing. But it seems really cool because I bought a t-shirt. Yeah, no. I bought a t-shirt.
Are you here to sell us all t-shirts?
No, I'm not selling any more t-shirts. I'll do any more t-shirts.
I couldn't even go on Netflix and explain something with The Office to Jess the other day because it's not there anymore.
So, well, you can catch that. You can find that
YouTube,
on
all that
YouTube.
Stuff,
yeah, you can.
I just want to get her to watch the whole thing.
But I did join that, and it's really cool. It's a neat community. It's almost more like a team than it is anything else. They've got a Slack interface that's like a collaboration community portal kind of thing, like Discord without the voice is what Slack is, and very, very active. And I was on there a little bit today. I'll keep everybody kind of posted on what that's all about. Yeah, Dustin is the one that kind of sucked me into that. So thanks, Dustin, or maybe not Dustin. I don't know. I think it actually seems really cool, though. I've actually really enjoyed the whole Slack interface. Super nice to actually be able to connect with people of a common interest outside of Facebook.
See, that's where I need to go.
It's exactly where you need to go.
I'll still find something to complain about.
You can still fill out the thing and actually get a part of it.
Man. Do they know who I am?
They would welcome you.
Probably know.
They would be like, I don't know about that. In the arms of the angel.
I was thinking, the more and more Wes is gone, the more I turn into Wes. But at least I'm riding my bike again.
That is true. That is so true. I don't even want to say that.
There was, speaking of videos, longtime fanboy of Dustin Klein.
Yep.
I'm going to call it a new series, but he has that S-Works Creo.
I watched the one video.
He is so good at describing what the purpose is of that bike. For all the naysayers, and I'm going to call them idiots that think e-bikes are bad. Yeah. Dustin killed it.
Yeah.
With his videos with that bike lately.
Yeah.
And he's going out and he's doing he did a big ride the other day. I was watching on my trainer on Friday morning. And he did most of the ride battery off because he knew he wasn't going to have battery the whole thing. He actually finished with like half the bars.
Yeah.
But since he does video, he would do these shoots and he'd be way behind and would turn that thing up, crank back up to the people, or record while he was riding. And it was like the perfect thing.
He's done a really good job. Not only his channel, as we've talked about it before, is so much fun to watch. I mean, he's so engaging, and the video angles, he's not just like this normal...
He's creative. He's an artsy-fartsy guy.
Bar mount kind of thing. So...
what was I going to... Have you seen his store now?
No.
It used to be... I just haven't been on his website. It used to be... He'd have a couple things like stickers. You could like buy like a shout out thing. He might take he had a Darius crank on there for a while that he did some artwork, which was something I would buy and never ride.
Yeah.
Like his stuff is beautiful. It was all hand done. Now he's got everything. Like if you want a shower mat with his art, it is awesome. His store is huge.
Like you said, he's an artist. It's not just his logo stuff.
He's a tattoo. For a living, he does tattoos.
Yeah.
Now it seems like for a living, he could do this whole...
Don't you wish you could be creative like that?
I am.
I wish I could.
Just in my own way.
Inside my own head.
Yeah.
I could never pull it off. I could never pull the trigger off.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my video update. Wahoo Frontiers, Justin. I will, Dustin and Justin. Ryan said the guys at Bike Doctor would not shut up about you guys after seeing my shirt on last weekend. That's what I like to hear. Mentioned in Dustin's last video, this app really awesome works. What's driving right with GPS through? Oh yeah, that was
like,
really cool. Have you seen? I'll have to find the video so you could see it. And Justin posted on Facebook. You're able as like a ride. This is more for riding, I guess. In your thing where you plan a route and it shows you the weather along the route. Like if you're really doing a big thing, I don't know. It's really cool.
I use windsock for that sometimes. It'll actually. Back when I used to chase segments, back when I was that guy.
You're still that guy.
It would no, not really.
You're just
it would actually you could register a segment in the Windsock app, and the thing would actually ping you and go, "Hey, today's winds are favorable for a hot run on this segment."
My car does that too.
I don't do that anymore. I used to do that. I don't.
Yeah, that Epic Ride thing, and I started looking into it. Is freaking awesome. Like if you're really planning.
I'll put a link to that in the show notes.
I could see it being more favorable in the summer when you might have pop-up thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Anyway, why don't you shut me up because...
Yeah, let's do Strava Club. Strava Club. People want to hear about dropper posts and all your wisdom. So let's get through the Strava Club real quick and then we'll jump right into that.
I have a lot of stuff open here. All right, Strava Club. I rode my bike, so that's it. Joey had... It's actually... we had Brad Hall from the good old Lusby, Maryland with 200.0 miles.
Good job, Brad.
David Wiggo Weber. Was that like his call sign?
I won't. I just
Wiggo,
copy what's there.
Bradley Wiggins.
Wiggo.
From Damascus, Maryland, with 131.7.
Good job,
I
David.
thought Damascus was Virginia.
Damascus in Maryland.
Jim, how do you say that?
Roberts.
Yeah, I know, but I was trying to emphasize all the capitals. From Wall, New Jersey, with 157.2.
Good job, Jim. Congrats.
Jersey shout out. So to break into the top 100, you needed 121. And we're up to 690 from 688. We are getting there.
Slowly creeping
I'm waiting
up
to be the 700th.
Doop, 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 doop. You haven't joined the Strava Club yet, have you? Oh, yeah? Okay.
I was like our second.
I don't know.
Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
Good deal. Congratulations.
We don't have badges on our page.
No. You know how much it costs to do badges through Strava? I actually looked into that. The entry to do like a challenge.
I just got like 4 of those recently.
You know how much it costs to do that to a company? So like say you're Rafa.
$40,000.
It starts at 15 and can go up to like $300,000 depending upon how often you want it to run. And crazy.
Well,
crazy.
With our marketing budget, we can make one.
We could do one.
I mean, we could Strava.org or something and like have our own database.
Did you see, Joey, that Mid-South has called it virtual quits because of COVID? So they are not doing an event this year. They're going completely and totally virtual with it. So actually, I will be able to participate in Mid-South. And they're going to give you this is really kind of neat what they're doing. Everybody that registered for Mid-South, because it's not a cheap race to enter, you get.
I already disagree.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I'm already grumpy.
They're giving you half of your registration fee back.
Okay.
And you still get all of your swag, T-shirts, water bottles, all that stuff. And through March 12th to March 14th, you can do a virtual Mid-South. And if you're in an area where they have a bike shop that they're working with, they're actually going to do prizes and things for timings on Strava. Through that, if you're not, there's some other things you can do. But everybody who uploads the course or activity into the challenge page on Ride with GPS is going to be entered into drawings and prizes for all of the stuff that you would have been entered into if you'd actually been there, including a storm chaser, 5 free entries to Mid-South. Yep. Free shipping to and from, plus free bike flights, all this kind of good stuff. So they're still doing it in kind of a unique and interesting way, but because of COVID, it's not going to be in person in Oklahoma. So I think I may actually still just because remember we were talking about I couldn't go to Oklahoma. I was going to have to figure out somebody to give the entry to, and we've kind of had dropped the ball on that. And I'm kind of glad at this point that we didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Because now what I'm thinking is maybe I'll go do 100 miles on the canal, the towpath, or something. I don't know. But I'm going to do 100 miles in some pretty gravelly kind of condition. That's my goal during that sort of second week in March, since they changed it. But that just came out today. I don't think anybody had actually.
Well,
Now, what were you grumpy about?
What I'm grumpy about is I think every T-shirt and stuff should have an asterisk. Because I don't want to be that guy.
Should your $1.50 socks have a? Could your $1.50 finisher socks have an asterisk on them? Should I have an?
I don't wear my finisher shirt. I wore it last week. I consecutively wore shirts every day of the week last week from a supporter or an event or whatever. Hey Eddie.
Hey Eddie.
Ooh, Sal's getting a storm chaser?
Yes, he is. I meant to mention that.
That is the most popular bike in our store.
We were chit-chatting about that. Hey, Ron. Ron is here in the
There's something about Mid-South with the red clay and the rain and stuff. Like,
you're not going to be able to replicate.
That's what I'm saying.
The torture of
I mean, go out and ride 100-mile gravel. Yeah, that hurts. If you haven't done it yet, try it.
Well,
but there's just, it's the atmosphere. I don't know.
It's a bike destroyer. I mean, it's no doubt. If you
need to have some kid out there come whack your derailleur while you're riding by, just to get your little check mark. Yeah,
then throwing buckets of water at you,
dirt clods at you. Yeah,
Come on, kids, let's go.
Could
be like maybe we could get Jess's 8th grade class to go out to the canal and
good luck.
Throw
they
mud.
Don't get off their couches. They barely get up for school.
We're not going outdoors.
I don't know. Someone has to,
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
because we talked to Kelly Paddock last year after she got back from Mid-South, and basically destroyed her bike doing that. So there's no doubt. There's no way you're going to be able to replicate that. If anyone wants to virtually
rent a storm chaser, which was designed for that race, I have one and a 52. All proceeds go to Justice St. Jude. Bonus points to that one.
That's smart. So that just came out today, and I thought I would mention it. Hopefully, I mean, man, are we really talking about? We're talking about 2022 before some of these things.
Peak fitness.
Yeah, you're gonna have. What are you gonna do with all that fitness? You're gonna have extra fitness, Joey.
I'm gonna go do Lulaca. I'm gonna do some Grusk, some Dirty Kitten, and I'm gonna finish it off with some unpaved.
You should do it all like I'm doing it twice. You'll have so much fitness. You'd be like double dipping.
Yeah,
let's do it again. Let's play 2.
I'll do it.
There you go.
I'll do the the diabolical double unpaved with Rich.
Okay,
because he's whack and he wanted to do that last year.
You see what Eddie said? He ain't got the fitness, he got the fatness.
Yeah,
clever dude. And no, Matt, we can't get to the canal from where we are, but we could get there from some other places, which we'll talk about at some point in the future. There's some other ways we can get there.
Yours, so no good. I mean, we technically can.
Well, you can. Yeah, you can do anything. Yeah.
Mile Zero. I've never actually seen Mile Zero. That was the title to the boys' story last year. Was
it's hard to find.
Mile Zero, yeah,
it's hard to find. Very very hard to find. So we've promised to talk about dropper posts, and we're going to get there in a minute. But before we get there, I want to talk about bike to vehicle technology, Joey. So that's a technology where it's a device on your bike, like a light, that would be able to communicate directly with vehicles, alerting both the vehicle, meaning it's a smart car or an autonomous car, and the driver to your presence. It's the hope that the tech would be able to tap into the vehicle collision system, the vehicle collision avoidance system, and hopefully help some save people's lives from getting hit. And I think that's pretty important technology to kind of talk about for everybody to be aware of. And with the coming age of autonomous vehicles, they're coming. It's not a question.
I'm ready. I don't want to drive anymore.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of is. So, this isn't anything new. It's been around since I think first started talking about in 2017. There's a company called Tome Software that's been working with Ford and Trek. And Trek has taken the lead, and they've got this big consortium thing they're working on that's going to include Bosch, Ford, Shimano, Specialized SRAM, Tome, the software company, Trek, and a whole bunch more other folks. And everything that we're talking about, everything's prototype. There's actually nothing out there that actually does this quite yet. I mean, I guess Angie gets kind of close with just a rider being able to communicate. Same kind of technology. But what Trek has is in development is a light that incorporates long-range Bluetooth and GPS to talk to vehicles. So
Trek does that?
Yep.
They finally figured out how to do something.
They got a light that does that. And since it is just a light, it could be put on a runner. You could carry it as a pedestrian.
Yeah, but runners always run against traffic.
It's true. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good point.
It's funny you saying this because my car jerked back over when I was going past the runner right now today.
Yeah. Specialized is working on it as well, but they're working at integrating it into their Ride app, that little thing that works with Angie, but it's not, from what I read, it's not an Angie technology. So I see a couple of problems with it. What's your reaction to this kind of, I
don't know how I feel about it. I didn't really think much until I've always had the argument about like, my lane assist will like pull me back over. But what if I'm trying to go around someone and then
it pulls you back in?
I don't know how the camera, because I have the dual cameras on the front of my car, how they work in that regards.
Well, that is one of the big holes.
Yeah, I would say that like the platform is ready in some vehicles. It's not, it's not model. I guess there's different tiers of, what do they call that? Like not auto drive on top, whatever.
Yeah.
Where mine's only like tier 2 versus tier 4 or whatever.
Right.
But even at mine, I feel like maybe Tesla or something might have something figured out, obviously a little bit more. Like I was saying, there was that video out that freaking Tesla was parked in a cemetery, and when you're in a spot with a Tesla, it'll show you where people are. Yeah. It was
showing you.
Spooky. We were talking about ghosts a couple weeks ago.
Oh no!
Yeah, that freaked me out.
That's creepy.
I don't know. I could see it being very beneficial because what was it, Vegas a few weeks ago? I mean, the amount of I'm all for. I know this sounds pretty wrong. I'm gonna get some text, but I'm all for taking out human error of a lot of stuff. Driving is probably the biggest thing where human error day to day kills everybody. Yeah. And little Susie over there texting or whatever, she got her mom's Tesla, and that prevents her from taking out a group of cyclists, which might be me. Yeah. Bye, Sue. I don't know.
Sue.
Maybe I ran it off on the side note.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I've noticed it like with people. Everyone's got. You buy a car nowadays, it seems like you have some type of lane assist or something.
Everything. My truck does.
Yeah, it's going to pull you. But like my Subaru is bad too. If I really cross it without putting my blinker on, it'll fully yank me. No, it does a really good job. That's the thing, though. Like, I can pretty much have my Subaru drive me for a little bit. Like you saw it.
Yep.
That's where it'd be really important, because what if I'm doing that? You should be. It's not like I'm going to sit there and play a game of cards, but if that can alert, a group of cyclists and then take action because of that.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things people talk about is where's the liability lie, though? What if something actually goes wrong with that? Is it the vehicle manufacturer responsibility, or is it the driver? And if the driver becomes complacent because this technology exists and then they're depending upon it and then it fails, what happens? I mean, but that's ultimately the same argument that you're going to have with autonomous vehicles across the board. So I have a feeling that argument is going to be solved. The other thing is, what if a hacker jumps in there and turns these things into death machines and reverses the technology and starts running into people as opposed to running away from them? I don't know.
The Simpsons it's an older episode. It's actually not that old, about self-driving cars and stuff.
Yeah.
And controlling us.
Well, they're basically
the time tellers.
Yeah, they're either
time travelers.
There's either time travelers that worked with the Simpsons, or they're basically like prophets. Like, do you see the Amazon Prime thing called Utopia, where the comic book was telling the future? Simpsons, right there, buddy. Yeah, same deal. That's creepy, but same deal. Exact same thing.
I'm gonna start another argument. Why does it have to be a girl? Jessica said. It's just what I said first.
What's she talking about?
I think I said Susie.
Oh.
If I knew it's Jacob, it was a no-namer. Anyway.
I thought that was interesting.
Well, it's relevant nowadays as cyclists.
Yeah. And I thought that people would want to know that Bikestradamus, but that there's stuff out there like that that's coming, so they can keep their eyes on it and know that there could be some sort of, I would agree. Matt just said need to put just as much money into safe street design for multimodal transportation. Absolutely, 100%. Let's shut some streets down and turn them into bike, pedestrian, travel ways, and you will have a lot more people actually using that type of transportation. And it will, at the same time, alleviate gridlock. So
now it's time to do it with all the people cycling and COVID.
Yep, and put roads on a road diet. Ron just said that. Improve infrastructure, larger bike lanes. Called a road diet, where they actually take 2 lanes, make it 1, and then actually turn some other vehicle lanes into...
Do Route 4. The right side, pedestrians. The left side goes both ways.
Yeah. Might ride right in the center.
I'm just going to start it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
You could do it. Right on.
Mike Evans will be out after me.
Okay. So, what everybody wants to hear about, dropper posts on gravel bikes.
Do they really?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm going way out on a limb here. Maybe if you actually care, if your folks are in the live stream, let's take a little poll. Who actually cares about dropper posts on gravel bikes? So the question is yay or nay. So
there is a time and place.
Okay, let's just boop 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 back the truck up a little bit. The purpose of a dropper post on a mountain bike is to get the seat down, to lower and move your center of gravity down and as far back as possible as you approach steeper and rougher terrain. Okay? That's the sole purpose of a dropper post on a mountain bike. Yes, no. Agree, disagree. Is there any other? There's no other purpose for that. I'm just like getting all the points out there.
I don't have issues with it.
So, I mean,
aero bars on road bikes drive me more nuts than dropper posts on gravel bikes.
But most gravel riding, now this is where I think I can go a little sideways with this, is we tend to favor what's that hero gravel. You're not looking for those steep, gnarly, nasty, possible single track kind of sections. We're actually looking for smooth running, hero luxury gravel. That's where most people are going to find home. And that dropper post is really only going to come into play if you're going to take that gravel bike and hit single track or those roads that are way less traveled by anything less than a mountain bike. So is this piece of technology appropriate for the average gravel cyclist? That's, I think, ultimately the question. Because as we've talked about before, so like at Mid-South, where that red clay and that dirt gets into everything.
You want less moving parts.
If you're putting a piece of technology on a bike that's just prone to have a problem because of that scenario, is it a wise thing to do? Now, you're at unpaved.
Oh, you're doing the Jeep trail everyone loved and hated.
So
that's a scenario. Is a type of riding.
Bam, right there. Dropper post on a seat on a gravel bike, absolutely, hands down, it is appropriate. But if you're riding hero gravel, is that a piece of tech that you need to have on your bike?
I don't think it's for everyone, but there's so much stuff not everyone needs a dynamo light, but when your situation calls, you get to a certain point, you might want a mountain bike.
Anybody saying anything?
Mark has a good point. When you're 6'4", going downhill, manage your weight up there. I'm totally on board with a dropper post for descending.
Okay, yeah. It doesn't really matter what kind of descending you're doing. It have to be gnarly. If you're a big guy, being able to lower that center of gravity, okay, bingo, right there.
Evans just said, if you're on that rough of a trail, you'd be better off on a mountain bike.
Yep.
Flat bar time trial bikes upset me the most. Amen. Even on a paved road, when I have an emergency stop for whatever, animal comes out being lower is great.
Yeah, true.
It was a little extra for me, but if that's your thing, go for it. No. How do they work? Is it automatic, or does the cyclist have to? Yeah. I'll come back to that one, Ron. Exterior routed dropper, so you could switch in or out depending on my route would be good.
Okay, that's another really good idea. Chuck, good job.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a drop bar. That's a lot of work. Ron says he likes the redshift post.
Different purpose.
Yeah,
different purpose.
There's enough compliance on carbon seat post.
Again,
to a point.
Again, compliance though. I mean, redshift.
Compliant. Yeah,
that's not really the issue. The issue is getting it down, and like Sal said, the dropper post on the mountain bike you have to have because it gets a seat down, and you're able to move your butt back.
Yeah, I think it's a necessity on a trail style, even XC, anything.
I know. I never rode a dropper post on my mountain bike until the stump jumper that I have now, and I mean, I've had that bike for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, you have to have it on it. It's convenient.
But I remember going to Dirt Fest, which was really, I mean, these trails around here, you're not doing any big downhill. But I know that when I went to Dirt Fest
up at Calvert Cliff stuff.
Well, right off
that's
the
the pucker factor.
No, I mean not like Racetown. That was some serious, and at that point, that was the first time I was like, oh, I get it now. Why this is not just like something you'd like to have. This is a necessity you have. And so maybe what we're saying is the dropper post on a gravel bike is not a necessity like it is on a mountain bike, to Sal's point.
Correct.
But if you're doing something like the difference at unpaved, then it's like...
There's a lot of PA gravel and stuff that... Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back up. So how do they work? Is it automatic, or does the cyclist have to do something? Sorry for my... No. So typically, Ron, on a mountain bike, a flat bar, you have a little a lever, usually on the left side because your shifter's on the right, and everyone runs one by now, where you have like 8 cables up there. And the way it works is while you have that pushed in, I'm going to start with it up. So if the dropper is up, when you push in, you use your body weight, you sit down, and you let go of the lever, and it holds wherever you let go. Mm-hmm. And then you can stand up and move around. So it's might sound like more work than it is, but it happens really quick. Or you can only do it halfway. Most of them are infinite. Some are indexed. And just gets out of the way when you're ready to use it again. As long as it's not...
When you're back in pedal mode.
Yeah, when you're back in pedal mode, while you're standing, you just hit the lever, and it pops back up. Mm-hmm. Just watch your gonads if it pops up really fast and you're hovering, because it'll be a nutcracker.
It only takes that to happen one time.
Yeah. On a drop bar bike, that's where it comes a little tricky. There is ways to convert a left shifter for one by bikes to, like on SRAM, you could set up the shifter, you could rework it a little bit. So your left shifter, which is dead now because you went one by, can control that. Or you get a little thummy lever that goes somewhere on the drops, or you put it up top right by the stems. There's different ways to route that. And that's how it works.
Easton has one that's right next to your...
You put it right up into the shifter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a couple different things out now. But some route internally in the frame, super clean. Something goes wrong, though. It's actually a little bit longer to set up. But it's way more secure than an external one. But they're not suspension posts. I know Ron and Justin brought it up, but they do not. If you have suspension in that, you blew a seal, and you got to get it rebuilt.
Yeah. Completely and totally different purpose. I mean, small bump compliance, like a carbon, or like a Redshift.
Yeah, GRX 800 has a left shifter for dropper on a 1x. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's also, it's really cool, you can do it on drop bar and flat bar. The SRAM has the electronic dropper post, and you can set it up with your drop bars. So whereas if you would shift the front derailleur, if you hit them both at the same time, it'll drop the dropper up and down. It runs electrically with a battery attached to it. That's the only weird one out there, but it's awesome. It's like $700. Or you have a remote lever on the left side that's wireless, just like all the SRAM stuff is. And that's how that works. So
you just started to reference cost.
Yeah, they get expensive. So don't buy the $100 one.
That's the thing to think about as well. I mean, so I think what we reached is this point where it's like we've decided it's not something that everybody's going to need. Mm-hmm. And at what price point do you begin to just have it? I think somebody earlier referenced it. It's just like a hipster thing. Yeah. Just like the cool thing. All the kids have got to have it. Like in Ron's down there riding like the flats in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
It's way more to go wrong. There's that aspect.
Yeah. You're not going to have those big downhills like you do in the mountains of Pennsylvania. So at what price point do you actually weigh having this technology that you may or might even benefit from?
Yeah.
And I think that's the end of the day, my point is that it.
So, and I think for a while, a lot of droppers coming on gravel bikes, even XC. My last Epic I had a dropper, and it was just because of the size post at the time, didn't travel much. Mm-hmm. But you also, for folks like Ron or not familiar with it, your dropper is also dictated on how much post you have exposed on your bike. You can't get a ridiculous, 170 mil dropper from Fox, like a transfer. And you only have like 4 inches of your seat post on it. Like you have to pick accordingly to the bike. So there's a lot of things to think about. But you're going to spend a little bit for, like Eddie said, $250-ish for P&W. I don't mind the kind shock stuff. Been really fortunate with a lot of Fox transfers through the store. I don't like the stock ones that Specialized uses at all.
Do you see what Matt said? Your money is better spent on bacon to fill your bag.
Man, he was all about that bacon yesterday.
All
I
about
filled
bacon
my
all the
Nittany
time,
bag
man.
full of peanuts and chocolate yesterday.
I see your bag of peanuts and chocolate right there in front of you.
Some.
Anyway,
yeah, they $250 to $350 will get you a really nice one. You don't have to worry about serviceable. A lever, it's a wolf tooth leather to whatever. You're spending anywhere from $40 to $80.
Yeah.
I like the wolf tooth one a lot.
So I think for me, my personal result of
You
this
put one on
conversation.
your leverage now?
No, I don't need it.
Two.
I don't
You
need
put
it.
two.
I don't need it. I don't. If I go up and ride the difference, in Pennsylvania, I'm going to go. Oh, I wish I had that. But one time that I go on a ride in a place like that I just don't see it. I don't see it for me. If you're riding that every day, hell yeah, absolutely, you're going to want that.
Eddie just posted, and it's something I've actually come across with customers, and then I didn't think about it. That's why you have a live chat.
Mm-hmm.
You get droppers and bike packing. Not all seat bags work well with droppers.
Yep.
You know how many people I also see clamp reflectors and stuff
Onto the dropper?
Oh, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. You're using a dropper. You're not putting you're either carrying it in your jersey, like SWAT stuff, a little bag, camelback or something. You're not putting anything on the seat post.
Yeah.
And you treat it like suspension. So there's service and stuff that comes with it.
Yeah.
You have service intervals, and you don't want to mar it up. And all that other stuff. Like it's
because if you scratch it up, you ding it up, it's not going to want to go up. Yeah. So lots of things to think about there. I think it's a valuable conversation to have. So I don't think you can really say yay or nay on them. I think you have to say dependent upon.
A drop bar on a flat bar gravel bike is pretty badass. I mean, you're riding that bike's you're riding that thing like a hardcore mountain biker right there.
Called a rigid mountain bike at that point.
I would basically just call it a hybrid. But don't tell the Hush Money guys that.
Ron said I need a Redshift post. It's amazing for the booty. I got buns of steel. I don't know.
Yeah, you have zero issues with anything.
I never even changed a saddle on my bike.
I am so dialed in on my Brooks again.
Yeah.
My C17.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dropper did that Kashima.
All right, great conversation. Thank you for everybody. 90s are calling. Thank you everybody for participating in that because you're right, Joey. That's what makes the live stream so valuable. We get all this input from people while we're moving along, and
do you realize
that's good stuff.
The 90s are back?
Oh well, yeah. Everything that was old is new again.
Like the way kids dress nowadays.
Yeah.
Tube socks and the whole outfit. I'm like, we were a dork if we did that back then.
Yeah,
whole outfits.
Everything that's old is new again.
I know,
all
it's
the
ridiculous.
time. And it's about a 30-year window.
I spent 30 years trying to, this. Now I need a haircut. Like,
you're letting it grow though.
Why not? I like when it flips out under my hat and everything.
Yeah. You're getting the flow going. I
it's
like
cut.
it. It's actually starting to look really good on you. It's
Thank
actually there. You had that awkward period where I was
like
totally.
When you're trying to grow a beard.
Yeah, I was totally unattracted to you during the awkward period, but now it's kind of growing on me again.
I'll be like that sexy librarian.
You want to do this or that? Let's do this or that. This or that. Have you read the this or that's?
Nope, never do.
Okay. The first one's kind of like a tie-in, but I think the rest of them are kind of a lot of fun.
I love that song, Justin.
Okay, and everybody in the live stream, please play along. Joey, make sure you're keeping tabs on that. The first item up on this week's This or That, tying into our dropper post conversation, would you rather have your seat a little too high or your seat a little too low?
If I had a dropper post.
No, see?
Dropper post works so well when you're working a demo or have demo bikes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're not going to worry about that. Yeah.
Little high or a little low? I feel like I work better when it's a little high.
Yeah, a little more efficient.
I cramp up if it's a little too low.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I'll say it's actually. Sorry, keep going.
No, I think I'd probably rather have it a little too low than a little too high. I feel like it hurts because I get that side to side thing when you're reaching. When you're a little off and you start reaching and you start giving that. Yeah. My hips kind of start to bugger me. So.
Oh my
goodness, the live stream is blowing up.
I would say back to the dropper. So back in the day, like we used to do downhill and stuff. We all used salsa lip locks and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So you get to a really long run, you would drop your post. And this is part 2 of the up or down. So that's how we used to do dropper back in the day. Part 2 of that is sometimes you would forget that the seat post was down, you're riding. You're like, why does this suck? Like, I did that so many times doing downhill and stuff. I was like, it's just like, I don't feel good at all. And you realize your seat's like that far down.
All I saw was the live stream go when we put that up there.
Josh said low, Dustin low, Mark low. Justin had to say hi. Oh, Sal said hi too.
What are you, hi?
Some hi guys. Ronald said hi. Chuck said low. Eddie said a little too low. Congratulations. We received 100 messages today when Restream. Ron said low. Eddie said hi. Matt said hi. Josh said hi for sure. Too low. And I smoked my knees and quads. Yeah. I'm going to, we have a special guest.
Oh, Chris Howell's here. Hey, Chris.
I'm going to go with Tally on this one. Hello, hi.
What are you high?
I did. Eddie said, "Lol." That's some good shit right there.
Okay. Second item on this week's This or That, Joey. Pie or cake?
Ooh. What kind?
It doesn't matter. Your favorite pie versus your favorite cake. This is a tough one.
I'm going pie.
This is super tough.
I'm going pie for the crust.
Now, are you a fruit pie guy or a sweet pie guy? I
got to make you a peanut butter pie one night.
See, I'm not a big fan of the peanut butter pie.
So, can I use like cobbler too?
Yeah. See, that's where I was. That's where when I was writing this, I'm like, well, where does cobbler fit into this deal?
It's blowing up. See, that's the reason I pick pie is because of graham cracker crust.
Yeah.
I love like a cherry cobbler or blackberry cobbler
with ice cream and a scoop of vanilla ice cream and it's hot
cooking
peach
cast
cobbler.
I do.
Man.
See, I hate pies. I like cherry. I like the little blueberry. I like berry pies.
I was in New England in Sturbridge a couple of years ago scouting a tour, and there was a in this little like colonial inn or whatever, and the woman told me, she's like, you have to save room for the blueberry pie because we only make this like 1 week out of the year, and this is the week because the blueberries are right at their perfect sweetness. She said there's no sugar, it's just the graham cracker crust, blueberries put in there and congealed with the gelatin stuff to put it all together. That was it, and it was the best blueberry pie I have ever had in my life.
Man,
for me, I mean, I do enjoy a good piece of cake, but man,
when you start thinking about it, cake doesn't compare.
No, not especially
when we start talking about
especially when we throw cobbler into the mix with pie. And you also feel like you can justify having
chicken pot pie.
It's a meat pie. You can justify having 2 pieces of pie too because it's fruit. Yeah. It's like, it's good for me, kind of. So
man, the day when I was old enough, I guess when I was like camping in scouts, when I got to eat with the adults, and like my dad always, when we like glamping camp from scouts, they bring cast iron. Oh man, that's my first cobblers.
All right, what's going on in the live stream? Where's our
oh man, Mark said pie. Eddie said peanut butter. I love peanut butter pie, Eddie. Justin said pie. Peanut butter cream pie from Dustin. Sal said pie all day. Ron said cake. Sounds like Ron needs some cake. He got no buns for a saddle. Evan said apple pie. Eddie said that's all I needed. Pie with coffee. Matt, oh yeah, pie and cobbler with coffee.
Yeah.
Joey, late to the party. Hi Joey. Mark Swick said cobbler is totally pie. Ronald said always cake, never fruit pie. Ron said any kind of pie. Ron said no cooked fruits ever. Sal said apple crumble. Do brownies count as cake?
See, now that's like cobbler pie, cake, brownie. That's kind of like their own categories.
It is Chris. Should we just give it to him?
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
Yeah. Pie, Chuck said pie, Hershey's chocolate cream,
that is good
all the way. Matt said hot take shepherd's pie.
That's the one you get at Burger King, the little Hershey's chocolate pie.
Those are so good. Yeah. Josh said cake pies when you're fat and just don't care. What about like cake pops?
No, the cake pop is the worst thing ever invented. It's like a tiny piece of cake. It's like one bite of cake. Why?
Starbucks sells it for like $7.
Why even bother?
Well,
no, don't get me started.
Rhubarb blueberry.
That sounds good.
Justin said pie Doesn't need anything like cake needs icing. Correct, Ron.
Yep.
Matt knows what's up. Yeah,
Shoo.
a nice piece of pie with a cup of coffee with a little cream in it. Just
a lot of work reading the live stream
I
tonight.
know there was. Yeah. Well, you got it Facebook. We just doubled our.
Woo!
The ladies of the night, like the. I can't say that out loud.
We're done with that.
All right.
Okay, let's move along. Muddy luxury gravel.
Huh?
This is the third item on this week's This or That.
Yeah.
So muddy hero gravel.
Yep.
Or chunky loose gravel. So it's really muddy, but it's like, oh, this would be the perfect gravel if it was dry.
Kind of like if people were doing Mid-South to get the tree shirt.
Yeah. So either really, really muddy hero gravel or chunky, nasty, loose gravel. But it's dry. You're not going to
I rode some of that. Marcus had a road. It wasn't long because it would have sucked the whole time. Where it was that chunky loose. It was like milk duds, and it was the kind of where you had to be light on. And you could definitely tell someone could hurt themselves in that type of gravel. I'm gonna go Hero Muddy.
Really?
When I think Hero Muddy, I think of that day you, me, Nadine, Austin, Wes, Natalie. We did that 24-hour canal trip.
Yeah, that was.
I would call it Hero Muddy because
it
was nice most of the time, but it was just nasty.
See, when I think of muddy hero, I think exactly what you described. Seeing the pictures from Mid-South of bikes just caked with peanut butter mud, and that sounds horrible to me. I can ride chunky loose, but there's a point where that mud cakes, and you're just walking at that point. And I guess maybe that's what I was talking about. So, what's live stream say?
All right. Dustin said chunky loose. Chuck said chunky loose. Eddie said chunky loose, kind of like my belly. Chris said mud all day. Oh, hold on. Dustin said, Hero Muddy Gravel on my new Storm Chaser, said Sal.
See, there you go. Nothing to break.
Justin said he's just going to send it either way. Josh Sin said chunky loose, the muddy just gets into everything terrible.
Bevan,
Bike on card. I'm gonna go with that one.
Neither one of them.
So draining riding on that soft gravel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go probably bike on the car.
Okay, Joey, last item on this week's This or That. Are you a Doritos guy or a Fritos guy?
Ooh. I'm a blue Doritos man.
The color of Doritos, like
blue Doritos.
Like,
everyone, if you call Gatorade by its real flavor, you're a cop.
Yeah.
That's like Doritos.
It's like red Gatorade, orange Gatorade, blue Gatorade.
You don't call it the ice. Yeah. Well, no.
So it's the
That's
same
how
thing.
You know you're. Yeah.
Doritos, same way.
Yep.
So you would go with blue Doritos.
Blue Doritos. You go by the color.
Blue Doritos.
But Fritos is very nice to take bike. You know, Fritos are a good fire starter.
Oh yeah.
So you take Fritos, it doubles up.
Yep. So when I had the kids were in swim team.
You threw Fritos in the water?
No. The swim
or
club
Three Musketeer bars.
Would do walking tacos. They'd take a package of the Fritos, like the bag, and you basically just bust it up, like crunch up the Fritos.
Oh, yeah.
Rip the top open, and in goes all of your taco things, and then you basically eat the taco straight out of the bag, a walking taco in a Frito bag. For that reason and that reason alone, I go with Fritos. Doritos are like one of those things that if you're eating them, they taste good, but if somebody else is eating them, the smell is horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dorito breath? Well,
Frito breath.
Frito breath, I guess, is just as bad.
They're both bad. They're both messy.
But they are excellent fire. The Fritos are
excellent fire starters.
Excellent fire starters.
So think about that.
We did that at a tailgate at a football game one time. What's the live stream say?
Let's see. Dustin said Doritos. Chuck Doritos. Evan said Fritos. Salt. Fritos all the way. Said Eddie. Matt said honey barbecue twist Fritos. Game over. I just like plain. Travis. Yeah. Oh, Travis Olson. Sir?
Travis Olson. Tip of the hat, my friend.
I don't have my Crescent sweatshirt
on.
Yeah. Dustin said Doritos. Travis did say chili cheese Fritos. Dustin said Doritos start fires too. Probably.
Yeah.
It's a lot of oil crap. Ron said Doritos. Chris Howe said Doritos, especially at the shell and a cheesy gordita crunch. Yeah. Josh said honey barbecue Fritos all day with cake pie. Mark said walking tacos made with ranch Dorito. Sal said Doritos. I'm getting hungry now. Last interval now. Chili cheese Fritos.
That wraps it up, guys. That was fantastic.
I would like
Thank
to
you.
end that statement with, I have nothing against police officers. Someone made the joke to me before. It's like, if you call Gatorade by its flavor, I was like, that's pretty good, you know?
And Ted, in timely fashion, Ted shows up late. Oh, Ted, you were with the Tuesday Night Kitten folks.
That's why everyone just started pouring in.
Yeah, they got legs done. So you can go back and watch the replay. Fantastic show tonight, Joey. I think
it was excellent, man.
And I'm really excited that the live stream thing worked out with Facebook and YouTube together. Who knows if Twitch people actually, there was no Twitch.
I don't know what Twitch is still.
I just wanted it because it was one of those options that I could do, and I wanted to see how it worked. So I'm glad that all of that worked, and we got a lot of people from both sides of the house from Facebook. We got a lot of people from YouTube. Thank you, everybody that showed up for the live stream. Made it a whole lot of fun tonight. Joe, you got anything else before we shut it down?
I can always roll on, so just
nope.
No, you cool cats and kittens.
Yeah. Dude, you should do a
Dirty Kitten.
You could do a re-outro.
With Dirty Kitten?
Yeah, with
a Dirty Kitten out. Well, I was actually going to make burritos tonight, and I corrected myself with Brian. I said burritos.
Oh, I do. I actually have something to add that I forgot. I got my pierogi bag from my Nittany Mountain.
I keep forgetting to put mine on my bike.
I got my pierogi bag with my unpaved thing. And you know what, Joey? Listen to this. This is exactly what I wanted. And I texted Dave immediately because it's the first thing I tried. My M50, my SLR.
Yeah.
Fits in that pierogi bag like it was made for it.
That's why I got one for my Sony.
Perfect. It just right in there, but it's loose enough that it goes in and it's not a problem, but it's also tight enough once it's in. Stop it. It's tight enough. It's not enough room so it doesn't bounce around or there's no play on it.
No, it's perfect. I just ran out.
Max.
I just ran out this weekend at the shop, and I'm actually doing I'm restocking Nittany tomorrow, so if anyone wants anything.
Good.
Brian, you want anything? I always ask Brian.
I say no, and then an hour later.
I get the order. I'm like, did you order something?
All right, we're going to shut down. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this.
Tom could have filled in about the Tesla.
Tom's here, too.
Tom, go park in a cemetery with your car and let us know if people show up on it.
Know what happens. Thanks, everybody, for listening and participating in this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. It's a listener-supported podcast by some incredible people on Patreon and PayPal. Our show, folks, can be found wherever you find your favorite podcast. Joey, how can folks get in touch with us?
Our Insta handle is at Mid-Atlantic GTD. Our phone number is 410-231-3850. And our Facebook, we're at Gravel Travel Dirt. Our website is at graveltraveldirt.com.
Excellent.
Anything gravel travel, we pop up a lot now.
I think so. I think at this point we could just say search for Gravel Travel Dirt, and we pop up. You could also search for the hashtag LoveYouBuy.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
I have not asked GTD in a while. Remember that?
Yeah, always took that out. Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt is recorded right here this week and streamed live from Joey's kitchen. I'm excited to be back into the fold. No COVID.
No alcohol.
Thanks, everybody, for riding along with us. And until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others, and stay healthy.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.